Robert. Renani Kawun, Mantu Hinket Hinu, Nasat Mafkhuzhat. I am he who gives praises and offerings, ruler of the liquid gold. Today we're going to go into a study, Revelations chapter 1, verse 7. And it reads, "Here he is, coming upon the clouds, and every one of you that has eyes will see him, and those who smite him, also even every tribe of the planet will cry for their own spirits for his sake. Oh yes, I mean." Verse 32. Here he is, the prophet Messiah Jesus, upon the clouds, a symbol of the multitude of the people who will follow the prophet Messiah Jesus. It is used to describe the 144,000 with the prophet Messiah Jesus dressed in white robes. Refer to Tafsir 59, Matthew 24:30, Psalms 104:3, Daniel 7:13. The 144,000 will be dressed in the garb of the righteous, that being fine white linen, not suits and ties. Only those who are dressed in this manner will ascend Mount Zion. Revelations 14:1. This is Al-Masih Isa Jesus on his return with the 144,000 in a white wind of clouds, used to describe the crystal city or mothership. This vision is likened to the same vision that the prophet Ezekiel saw, Ezekiel 1:4. This crystal city, Al-Madina, Medina Alto Barak. You hear that? This city, the crystal city, Al-Madina, Madinatul Balori, is another name for the New Jerusalem, which will come down from heaven. Revelations chapter 21, verse 2-3. Notice, he said, only those who are dressed in this manner will ascend Mount Zion. Toah. The New Jerusalem, Al-Arusalim, Urusalimu, Jadid, Darussalam, the mothership, Merkabah, and the crystal city, Al-Madinatul Barari. This great illustrious city is known by all these names. The New Jerusalem, Al-Rasulumul Jadid. Biblical scholars are in complete disagreement with the New Jerusalem being a heavenly abode or an earthly one. The Wycliffe Bible commentary asserts it is probably not to be identified with heaven, but it must certainly be that to which the scriptures have previously pointed. The city of God, the New Jerusalem, the Zion that is above. One must not be dogmatic here as to what may be interpreted symbolically and what must be considered literally. The Ryrie Study Bible, edited by Charles Caldwell Ryrie, theologian, PhD, comments, New Jerusalem. This heavenly city will be the abode of all the saints. Hebrews chapter 12, verses 22-24. The bride of Christ, Revelations chapter 21, verse 9-10. And the place Christ is preparing for his people, John 14:2. During the millennium, the New Jerusalem, described in detail in Revelation chapter 21, verses 9, 22, and 25, apparently will be suspended over the earth, and it will be the dwelling place of all believers during eternity, as emphasized in 21, 1 through 8. Clark's Bible commentary by Adam Clark says, even Jerusalem was the subject of allegory, for it was a maxim among the rabbins, that whatsoever was in the earth, the same was also found in heaven. For there is no matter howsoever small in this world that has not something similar to it in the spiritual world. On this maxim, the Jews imagine that every earthly thing has its representative in heaven, and especially whatever concerns Jerusalem, the law, and its ordinances. Their opinion is that there is a spiritual temple, a spiritual tabernacle, and a spiritual Jerusalem, and that none of these can be destroyed because they subsist in their spiritual representatives. Inside the book of Revelation by the Worldwide Church of God asserts, interpreters have held differing opinions as to what it is. Some say this New Jerusalem is a real city. Others claim it is only an allegory of the perfected and eternal church. The New Jerusalem, as an analogy of the immoral saints, would stand in stark contrast to that of the deceived people in today's system, Babylon the Great. Babylon is the wicked harlot of the New Jerusalem in the holy city of God. Babylon is full of evil. Revelations 18:2. The New Jerusalem is pure. Revelations 21:27. Commentator G.R. Beasley Murray has written that Revelation may be characterized as a tale of two cities, with the subtle, the harlot, and the bridge. Ator bini? What you say? Go to the bathroom. It's time to go to potty. Go potty. As an allegory, the New Jerusalem is utopia personified. It represents God's kingdom and rule, one in which happiness and abundance exist, a literal city. However, the Bible presents the vision of New Jerusalem as though it is a literal city. New Jerusalem, as an actual city, will be an incredible place indeed. One moment, let me turn this down. From Daniel and the Revelation by Uriah Smith. If we consider this description exclusively metaphorical, as is done by many who profess to be Bible teachers and spiritualize away this city into ethereal nothingness, how unmeaning do these minute descriptions appear? But if we take it in its natural and obvious significance and look upon the city as the prophet evidently intended, as a literal and tangible abode, our glorious inheritance, the beauties of which we are to look upon with our own eyes, how glory of the scene is enhanced. Like how we witnessed that spaceship or the Crystal City, the mothership, September 20th, 2013. A literal city. Emerald green. Cylinder shape in Philadelphia. The same city that's mentioned in the book of Revelations, which represents Islam. In reality, the New Jerusalem is the heavenly kingdom of the Most High, which will descend and establish itself here on earth. Matthew 6:10. The prophet Messiah Jesus said, "Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." His reasoning for coming the first time was to prepare the people for the coming of this kingdom. But they rejected him and lost the rights to the inheritance of it. Thus he will come again, and his real followers, Sabaeans, will gain the kingdom of the Most High. It is not to be mistaken for the old Jerusalem in the west. This new city of Jerusalem will take root in the east. It will be an even greater kingdom than the one of the Israelites, just as the prophet Messiah Jesus said it would be. Matthew 11:11, Matthew 13:44 through 52, and John 18:36. The word Jerusalem contains the root word Salem, Salam. In Arabic, this word is Salam, which means peace. Thus, the word Jerusalem, or Zion, as it is sometimes called, means abode of peace. In the Quran, it is called Darus Salam. Darus Salam, the abode of peace. If you take a look at Al-Quran 55, 127, 51, 25, you will find the word Darus Salam. Al-Quran, the Quran, 114 books of Ahmed, the Prophet Apostle Muhammad. 55, 127 reveals 621 AD. For them is the abode of peace, New Jerusalem, with their sustainer, and he, Allah, is their nearest friend because of what they are doing. Al-Quran, the Quran, 114 books of Ahmed, the Prophet Apostle Muhammad, 51:25, reveals 620 AD. And Allah called to the abode of peace, New Jerusalem, and he guides whoever he will to the straight and narrow path of those who stand straight. Get out of that water. Come on out of the bathroom. Darussalam. She's talking about some shoes. No, she want to brush her teeth. She's only 2. Darussalam is in reference to paradise, the heavenly abode that we as Muslims are striving to attain. The word Dar, this was the old scrolls. We as Sabaeans. This is one of the old scrolls. This is Revelations. This been came out. This is chapter 1, verses 1 through 20, the breakdown of it from the Aramic, Syriac Arabic, Aramic Hebrew, and the Syriac Arabic, as Baba Yanun is the one with the 2-edged sword coming out of his mouth. The ability to speak the ancient languages in which the scriptures was revealed, Aramic, Hebrew, and Syriac Ashuric Arabic, to be able to spew out and cut up the lies with the actual facts of truth, as the preparer for the one who was coming and who is going to make himself very known in a short period of time. The one that is written about, Sanan Reye, Haramun, the Prophet Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach. Darussalam is in reference to paradise, the heavenly abode that we as Muslims are striving to attain. The word Dar is an Arabic word that means house. dwelling, mansion, abode. It is a mistake to interpret Darussalam as a masjid, or a community here on earth. Darussalam is a heavenly abode with the sustainer of all the knowledge in the universe. It is known as the New Jerusalem, which will come down from heaven. This spiritual city is not only located above the planet Earth inside of the mothership, but also in the center of the planet Earth, in a subterranean world. Refer to edition 181, The Wise Men. Anybody got that scroll? I need that. The mothership is what houses the Crystal City. And that ship made itself known just recently 2 times in the new millennium. In 2009, over the Art Museum, September 17th, and 2013, September 20th, in Philadelphia, in a neighborhood called West Oak Lane. The mothership is what houses the Crystal City, also called the New Jerusalem, Darussalam, the abode of peace. The mothership is as big as a small city on earth, housing many other smaller ships. For that reason, it is called the Fleet of Barak, or the mothership, Merkabah, The smaller ships are called flying saucers, or UFOs, by mortals. Come on out, my mom, come on. So here's an illustration. This is the craft that we saw. This was over the Art Museum, 2009, September 17th, and it was over West Oak Lane, Philadelphia, 2013, September 20th. The cylinder-shaped craft looked like a football stadium, shaped like a football stadium. Many people have witnessed these ships coming back and forth to the planet Earth. At one time, proof of their existence was denied and hidden from the general public, but it is now an accepted fact that beings from other galaxies called star people, aliens, and extraterrestrials, ETs, do exist. I'm on tap. Turn the water off. You want to come without turning the water off? No, turn it off. The Crystal City has been hovering above the planet Earth for more than 100,000 years. Its inhabitants, the elders, star people, have witnessed the Earth's creation and now fear its imminent destruction.